First, I wrote my book Influenced as a 911 call to action for your viewers because I'm a Beverly Hills keratoconus eye surgeon and I
Okay.
have 3.5 million social media followers, and I have a flaw. I easily became addicted to social media. So if this can happen to me, then it's really likely that a lot of your viewers, and especially their children, can also become addicted. And that's why, Sierra, I took it upon myself to do the research and be open and transparent about my own experience to show you and your viewers the tips and the tricks to avoid those problems that I had.
Right. I cannot imagine, with having millions of followers, how tough it was to maybe take a step back. And I know you were at once a TikTok-aholic. What are some steps we can take to be better this 2023?
So if you notice in your children that you're checking or they're checking their phones right before going to bed on social media and right when waking up, that's a red flag. So
Yeah.
you want to try to avoid that, put the phones away from the bed. Also, when you go out for meals or dinner time at home, you want to not have the phones at the table because they're really distracting from the interactions, the real social interactions that we need as human beings. In fact, I have a whole chapter in the book called Easy Prey, and also a chapter called Cliques and Cults: Why Teens and Adolescents Are So Susceptible to Social Media.
Yeah, my parents actually would make me plug my phone in downstairs, and I slept upstairs until my junior year of high school. So it's really frustrating, but I do see all of the benefits of that. What are some red flags, some more red flags you see a lot that parents may not know about?
Well, if the kids are starting to not be doing their schoolwork and not succeeding in school because they're spending so much time, extra time on social media, that's definitely a red flag. When
Yeah.
it starts to interfere with real relationships. And in fact, there's a whole chapter that I have in the book called Living with Social Media, in that book Influence, that really gives parents the tools to identify but also help their children, but in fact help themselves too, or other loved ones in their life if they are having a struggle with social media.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you're bringing awareness to this. Now, I know maybe some viewers are watching this and they are parents and they're like, oh, that could be a sign. Oh, that could be. What are the big impacts this could have on your kid's life?
You know, you cannot underestimate how damaging it can be. You know, we as parents and adults, like when we were young, we were told if the stove is hot, don't touch it. Well, social media is like today's stove, but there's really not a good instruction or direction for kids to avoid burning themselves. And burning themselves is now taking the form of anxiety, depression, harming themselves, suicide
Wow.
attempts, and real social isolation. So again, that's another reason that prompted me to write my book Influence, to really help and put it out there, people that need it, and parents as well, for their children.
Yeah, and you've brought this to light, and it's been a great impact. What are some of the really good impacts that have come from people that have read your book and started practicing these things?
You know, people find that they have a more refreshed view on life. And January, you know, New Year is a great time to do this, because when you actually put or take a holiday from social media and you're now really spending time with people in person or on the phone, then they feel like more energized and refreshed, and you know, less of that anxiety and depression, because you don't have fear of missing out, which is a huge driver. Because Sierra, at the end of the day, you know, all those social media apps, they are designed to make us addicted, just like gambling.
Right.
So we have to learn how to take control, and we can, you know, live a balanced life.
Yeah. One more time for all of our viewers out there, what is the book, which you've told us it is Influenced? Where can they find more information, purchase the book, and start really getting into these habits?
So the book is called Influenced, and you can grab a copy right now on Amazon or Barnes and Noble. If you like listening to books, it's on Audible as well. And I read it in the studio, so it's a nice personal aspect for people that like to listen, but it's essentially available everywhere, bookstores, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and Audible.
All right, Doctor, thank you so much. We've also put up all of your social media handles. You guys need to check them out. It's a lot of fun following along with you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Sierra. Have a great rest of the day.
You too.